Ladies and gentlemen, we have a really cool announcement for you. It is time for Planet Coaster 2. That's right, today Planet Coaster 2 was announced following a 9-year dry spell from a Planet Coaster game. So, us roller coaster enthusiasts, of course, bounced on the video idea, and there's a bunch out there, but I thought I should probably hop on this as well. And we can take a look at the trailer and kind of divulge and analyze everything that's going on here. So first of all, wow, this looks really good. The opening shot, the graphics are really good. You can see some fog and mist effects here that look really good, not necessarily in Planet Coaster. There are fog effects in Planet Coaster, but not to this extent. Just look at the foliage on this shot. That's something that you see in Team TK in Planet Coaster, but you don't see that in just the normal Planet Coaster items. So already off the bat, we have stuff that looks a lot better than what we got in vanilla Planet Coaster 1 rather than Planet Coaster 2. As we pull up, we begin to see all the water park stuff, which is a big one from the whole Planet Coaster community. In the first game, it's incredible to see because it as follows: RCT3, which is a cool little kind of throwback to that. Also, just take a look at the water. The water is like one of the finest details that I think many people tend to overlook here. And I can tell you exactly where it came from. It came from Planet Zoo. And Planet Zoo's water was kind of a thing that I still think is overlooked. It looks so good, it looks so crisp, and so realistic. I mean, I'm excited to literally open this game and just look at the water, just stare at the water. I can't remember what video it was, but water is so hard to get in movies, and it's so hard to get in video games. I think Planet Coaster has done it to where there's still some cartoonish to it, but there's also that realistic touch that I really love. In a couple of these shots, there's so much going on, so it's kind of hard to just analyze it. So what I'm going to go through is I'm just going to go through some of the bigger shots and just kind of point out a bunch of details here. So in this shot right here, this is one of the first opening shots. We can see, of course, that water, but also you can see the roller coasters in the background. Now, that's a cool touch that I want to add is Frontier and their older Planet Coaster 1 trailers, they kind of just threw roller coasters in there. They didn't really care about profiling, they didn't care about shaping. They just threw it in there and people got excited because of the roller coaster types that they saw. Well, now we don't actually see any new roller coaster types except for the surf coaster in that one shot, which everybody's going crazy about. I love the surf coaster. I think it looks really good. But enough from that. We can see that they actually profiled the drops similar to how they are in real life on these coaster types, which is really cool because that's not a touch Frontier or Planet Coaster normally adds, because they normally just throw their roller coasters in. So I thought it was really cool that they did that. Now, another cool detail is just look at the overall picture. Look how good it looks. The graphics, compare it to something like in Planet Coaster, that would be a good picture in Planet Coaster that you took. I mean, and you would need some reshade to make it look that good. So, if we do get reshade in this game, I'm really excited to see what the heck we can create, because there's some instances in No Limits where you can literally take a picture and people are like, what roller coaster is that? That's a game. Like, this isn't real. I mean, I'm sure we're going to have people do that a bunch, and if you're really talented at coaster designing, that's what's going to happen. So, yeah. Alright, let's move to the next shot, which is this one here. This is a really big shot. The one thing that catches my eye here is obviously the source of green that you see. All the foliage and stuff looks very good, and it looks like there are some new plant and tree types as well, which I'm not going to get into that much because I don't know the names of a lot of trees and foliage, so I'm going to not embarrass myself in front of everybody in the world that's watching this. But you can definitely see that there is a lot of foliage, and that is something I really like. Also, take a look at the pathing. It's not just random paths thrown around. Frontier actually thought about their placement. Now, we actually did get confirmation that the path system from the original Planet Coaster 1 game has changed in the Planet Coaster 2. So that is something really exciting, because as a creator in Planet Coaster 1, that is one of the things I absolutely dismayed. It was the path system, how hard it is to not necessarily create paths, but the hard part was when you tried to mix it with terrain. And it looks like they fixed the issues, which is really really exciting to see. I don't know how it's going to work because I haven't obviously had a key to this game yet. Some creators have, which I'm really excited for them. I wish Frontier would have given me a key, but whatever. Anyways, so yeah, take a look at the pathing. It's really cool. It flows really well. It looks like an actual theme park pathway. So yeah, also again, the coasters here, they're not necessarily as good here. Some of the supportage looks a little weird, but also that's a turn you would somewhat see on roller coasters these days. It's sort of like an inclined helix here. Anyways, so that's what I see in this shot. Again, the water, it looks really good. I'm really excited for the water park, just everything water park, because I never got to play RCT3, and yeah, I just want to see how it kind of compares to everything. So yeah. Now, the following shots are really fast. They're hard to kind of see, but I'm going to explain them kind of in detail and go slow motion through them. So this one shot here is the builder of the slide, or the slide builder if you want to call it that. And I imagine it's going to be kind of the exact same way how the coaster builder acts, and that is you're given, you know, one slide piece at a time, and you kind of build your way through. Now, one thing that will be limited is you really can't go up here because it's a water slide, so everything has to go down. Now, there are some water slides where you will actually get catapulted up by force of water, which I don't know if they will include. I'm sure they will. Some really cool water parks have this, like Dollywood has a big one that's like this, and it's super long. It looks really fun. It almost looks like a roller coaster. I think it's called a water coaster, which is kind of crazy. But so yeah, everything has to go downhill, so there's probably restrictions on height and stuff for each separate piece, which is totally fine. And in future updates, you know, they'll probably be like, remove all the restrictions, you know, that's going to be awesome, because then people are going to do like loops on the water slide and stuff. That's going to be crazy. I just know that's going to happen. But anyways, so we just got to build downhill from now on, and you can do turns. You can probably bank your slide just a little bit. You can decide whether you want it to be enclosed or outdoor. There's probably also custom supports that are auto-generated by the game, or you can use your own custom supports. Okay, so that's that shot. So the next shot is probably one of my favorite of the game, and it's something that's very small, and it's literally just a picture, a little frame of a flat ride. And what is this flat ride doing? There's someone building on it. They're adding pieces, scenery pieces as they go, which means, and it was confirmed earlier, that flat rides will be customizable. We can design our own, not design our own flat rides, but we can add our own details to our own flat rides, and those scenery objects will act around the said flat ride, which is going to be so cool. Also, another touch that someone added, I think it was Nerdchacha or something like that, someone with a key said that roller coaster trains will also be the same way, which means now we can do stuff like design Terran's train, or Power Keg's train, or stuff like that, where we can put our own little detail. I mean, we could put our own name on the train if we want. That's going to be so freaking cool. I've wanted that detail for so long, and it's honestly not that hard to do. I think it was going to be something in the new theme park game as well, that has been coming out. I'm just really excited to see what people can do with this, and what I can do with this, because I'm really excited to mess with this feature. Okay, so something a lot of people have already overlooked is the peep animation, or people animation. I just call them peeps because of RCT3, but the animations look way better. They look way more realistic. It looks to see that they will have more of a character, which is a really hard thing to do. Giving a peep or a person its individual personality in a video game, it's hard, but it's also really stressful on a PC or like a console or something, because for every single peep that spawns, there's a new personality. So it's a lot for a system to deal with. And if they do it right, Frontier may have been able to accomplish this. They did it with Planet Coaster, but as you would have known if you played Planet Coaster, the more peeps that you spawned into your park, the freaking heavier the lag became. And literally, when I say, like, I couldn't put 1,000 people in my park without my computer just going haywire on me. I would always limit it to like 100 people at the most, which kind of sucks, because you can't really emulate how a real theme park works with like huge crowds and just, you know, queue lines and all that. So now I'm hoping that enhancements and enforcements have been made on said frame rate, and so that everything works better. But Anyways, whatever, it doesn't matter. The animations look really good on these peeps. Also, their like expressions and everything, it just has been fixed. Also, the variety is, I know that's kind of funny to say, but like I was getting tired of seeing the same old peep dressed in the same old costume with the same hat, you know. It was just kind of like, there's Bobby again walking down the street with the green hat he bought from the store, you know. Like, I'm just tired of it. I was tired of it, and it's just something, a new game, you know. It's kind of fresh, it's new. I enjoy it, and I'm really excited to see how this is. Again, I keep using the words really excited because I really am. I don't have a key. Frontier, give me a key if you have one, please. Please, I'm asking. I don't have one, but I really am really excited to see this game just progressing. It says the first look at gameplay will be July 31st, so we have some few days left before gameplay actually gets announced here. Which is super exciting, because that means we're going to get to see some more additional details that this game has to offer. Also, it wasn't included in the video or the trailer, but people have confirmed that there will be drop tracks, and that is a big detail that a lot of people, Planet Coaster people, have wanted in the future Planet Coaster 2 game, because it just means a lot more variety for roller coaster building. I haven't really gotten into the roller coaster aspect building yet, because I might do a future video on that, but there's some things like I really want the heartline to be done right in roller coasters. I don't want to have to mess with 1 meter and everything like that. So I'm not gonna rant about those things. I'm just gonna let them kind of settle and see what we get in the actual gameplay on the 31st of July. So fingers crossed that the heartline is fixed, because actually the heartline wasn't the problem, it was the smoothing tool, which Planet Coaster did release, not Planet Coaster, I can't remember who it was, someone did release a statement that there are going to be additional smoothing buttons. What does that mean? I don't know, but it does mean that they did try or thought about fixing a heartline tool, which makes it a lot easier for people who want to build super realistic roller coasters, which is what I've always gone for. In fact, I have never tried to build an unrealistic roller coaster. One thing I haven't mentioned, one thing that Frontier has not mentioned, or anybody has like really yet to mention, or like on a post or anything, is the fact that we have these huge parks in Planet Coaster that we're still working on, and we're getting a new Planet Coaster game, Planet Coaster 2, what I'm talking about, in fall of some time. How are we going to convert those files over? Where I'm not remaking a park in Planet Coaster 2 that I've started, you know, working on for like a couple years in Planet Coaster. So I really hope that there's an option for us to be able to convert our old existing parks into the new Planet Coaster. It's just a want. It's probably not going to happen. I can see how it can be really hard to do, especially if they're using a different like source code here. If they're not using Cobra, that could be really hard to do, the Cobra gaming engine. So yeah, it's just a want, because I have been working on parks for several, you know, years and everything, but getting them converted into Planet Coaster 2 would be like a lifesaver, but it would also just be like, yes, we got better graphics, we got everything, and now this park not only looks better, but we can add existing details that we have not been able to add before. So that's really cool. So Planet Coaster, please add that. Please Frontier, please add that. Thank you. I can really see how that's going to be difficult. I'm just really excited. For people that get excited about other games that comes out, for instance, there are a lot of people that got excited about the new Harry Potter game that was coming out. Well, I didn't have a console, and I wasn't going to pay for it on PC, so I wasn't really excited. I've never been a huge Harry Potter fan, but I could understand where they were coming from. Planet Coaster has been that game for me. I've always wanted this game. I've wanted Planet Coaster 2 for so long. There were so many things about Planet Coaster 1 that were just wrong, and Frontier could even fix them, but they hopefully have in Planet Coaster 2, and I'm really stoked to see them hopefully worked out in Planet Coaster 2, and I'm really excited to play this thing. So Frontier, if you do have a key, give it to me. I want a key really bad. Yeah, I'll promote your game like a lot. Okay, I think that about does it. Thanks for watching, everybody. I know you'll probably watched a million of these, but I wanted to give my take on it. I wanted to give my overview of things. Anyways, I have been super stoked for this game, and I'm really excited for it to come out. If you did like the video, please consider subscribing. You might want to look at my subscriber count. I do a lot of work for virtually no return, so subscribing means a lot to me. So yeah, let's get to 1K before Planet Coaster 2 releases. How about that? Anyways, if y'all enjoyed, like the video, and I will keep y'all posted on the future of Planet Coaster 2, maybe even live streaming the gameplay, I guess, live stream that they're doing. Anyways, I will see y'all later. Thanks for watching. Keep on coastering.